Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we did a bunch of work here on the interior space of the apartment complex, getting ready for your guys' module submissions. So we've got a bunch of submissions already, I think like 15 or 20, I'm not sure, I haven't done a count in a little bit. So I'm really excited to get those guys in. There are 50 spots, or close to it, instead of 30, because I don't know how to count. There are spaces on the interior of the building, so we'll kind of go over that in a little bit. But let's go do a tour of what we built last episode. All right, so I did some work off screen to just get some of these screens updated. They all have the same screens on them. Yeah, these ones haven't cycled out of the way of each other. Do they have the same reset? I've been trying to make them different. That one's 13. Yeah, that one's 7. I've been trying to use like prime numbers that they cycle through at different times just so the screens break up a little bit, but they are all still in the same order. I wish there was like a randomize button that would just pick different ones at different times, but we're stuck with what we have, and I really don't feel like going through each individual one and changing it up. Maybe there's a script. I don't know. If you guys have to let me know. But this is our little waiting area for the monorail, so we've just got some seating over here. We've got our tunnel to go down to the other side with more advertisements. This is where the monorail is. This is obviously going to be decompressed when the monorail moves out. So we've got some vents there to decompress, so that's why the waiting room has to be behind an airlock. We'll probably put some lights or something else on here to let you know that the monorail has arrived. We did a bunch of work on our lobbies. This top one here is the Volkswagen Industries Build and Deliver that Egger's been working on, so he's got his module done. I'm excited to get that built and put in over there. The rest of them are obviously still open. Off screen, I just mimicked what was over there onto this side. Let's go ahead and head downstairs. I did put these lights on the elevator and got rid of the pistons to cover the button because we don't need to do that anymore. So that we can call this to go down. And even with this guy moving up, we could push the button again here and have it stop on our floor. We're going to go down. All right, so here's our little Sabroid sushi. I got to work on the sign. It's really dark for some reason. But yeah, we've got our little robot man still looking suspicious. I haven't programmed him to spin and rotate and follow us and do those things. ATMs on the wall, just try to get a little bit more life in here. All right, here on the top floor, we haven't really done anything except for this sky bridge that goes across the monorail. So we can see the train coming in and out. Oh, our train's kind of tilted sideways. Notice that happens when I build on the grid, so I bet you I just need to move this train off of this grid while we build. It'll correct itself out when we start driving it, but that's why it's tilted. Alright, it's been pretty light this month, but I'd like to thank my newest members, Captain No Name and 4Key2411. Thank you guys for your support. If you'd like to join, there should be a button down below, unless you're on iOS. I think you have to be on a browser, it's a whole thing. Alright, as a reminder, if you guys want to build your own module, there is a build on the workshop with one of these modules in an empty bay, so you guys can build your own. We have a submission going on over on our Discord, so make sure you join that. There's a special channel and a special role for it. Also, Egger is officiating a time trial in a canyon run on our Discord as well, so make sure you check that out. There's limited time left there. Let's see, we also have a moon base community project that's coming along. It should be starting fairly soon. All right, and then make sure you're joining into Egger's birthday live stream. He's doing a per-tam mega Armageddon disaster live stream. It should be very cool to watch, so make sure you're tuned in for that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we got this entire side of the building to fill in. We've got the elevator shaft, more hallways and apartment areas, and then this common space stuff. All right, so what I did was I took a blueprint of this entire thing, and let's go over to our projector here. I got that little green temporary platform over there for our lobster, because we had it in a different location. Let's go ahead and turn it on. It's obviously just for this giant grid. We'll have to worry about all the subgrids and elevator components and stuff. Yeah, so a ton of work, but I also know that we are getting really low on iron. Let's go ahead and take a look here in our inventory. Yeah, we've got 70k. I mean, that's a bit, but it's not really a lot to get all of this stuff welded up. All right, so let's go over to the peanut mine and get some iron. I also want to go to the main base and get one of our little tardigrades to go travel back and forth. The last one that we had crashed. And I think it was because it ran out of battery and I didn't have a system in there. So let's go back and see if we can remember how we programmed our tardigrade. Alright, I got these billboards here for new members, and somebody had the suggestion of making more of them and putting advertisements in every other one, and I think that's a great idea. So, alright, we might as well park the Lobster up here at Ted. It's been a while since he's been home. Alright, let's head over to the tardigrade through our maze of catwalks. I still haven't set up this airlock here. I get that going. Still pressurized in here, that's good news. Let's see, we can probably go out this way. Alright, let's head over here to our silo. Alright, here we go. We got our little tardigrade. Let's go ahead and see what he is. He's A. He shouldn't be A. This guy should be D, right? Yeah. Okay. So we need to disconnect this so we can actually get only the stuff that's on here. That would be good. Alright, so the only groups we have on here are the batteries and the thrusters, so I'll have to go through our actions to make sure that's still good. Alright, I'm just going to go through and get all of this stuff relabeled. I do love this block renaming. I can just reset all the names and then put in a new prefix, so that helps a lot, except for the ones that I've custom named, but that's okay. Alright, so we got a couple event controllers on here for empty and go fill, and full and go empty. So we do need another one for battery low and battery high. Let's see, we've got some space. That one? Because, yeah, we put the event controllers there. Let's get a couple more here. Battery low, battery high, maybe? Okay, so for these guys, we need to have, yeah, stored power. We're going to do a threshold of 10% if it's less than or equal to, for both batteries. All right, let's do stored power again for the batteries. We'll do 90% of equal to or greater than. I think that will be fine. Okay, now we'll have to figure out what we want them to do. I gotta remember what the heck this thing does. All right, so it should be empty right now, which means it should trigger this empty to go fill, which does what? Does the undock from base timer. Okay, that makes sense. Undock from base. I'm going to call this undock from silo. This is set up for the excavator, which is not what this one is intended for. Silo dock to peanut. Undock from peanut. And then dock back to the silo. So when we undock, we want that to be back to auto, right? Enable auto. Not sure what we want to do there. Might have to review the tapes. God, that was way back in episode 7. I'm going to have to review what in the world I did here. Alright, I went through and looked. This is to turn collision avoidance on, but I think we're going to go ahead and skip it because it has some issues for sure. Okay, our undock from silo turns the batteries back on, turns the thrusters on, plays our AI recorder to go to the peanut, unlocks our connector, and then transmits the message of going to the peanut. So we need to check our AI recorder. Let's delete all waypoints on that one. We'll reset all of that up on both of these. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and when the battery is low, we're going to turn off our event to go fill. We're also going to turn off the undock from the silo. That way it'll just stay there charged. And then it really just needs to be turned back on when it gets high, right? Then we can turn that guy back on, and then we can also turn back on the undock from silo. And then we should probably trigger that as well. Alright, so let's go up into the air, and then we will record waypoint. Let's go way up. Why not? There we go. Then we'll just head towards the peanut. Oh, I know, I think we forgot to do on our event controllers is we need to broadcast the message that the battery is low and the battery is high. That'll be something we need to add. Other than that, that's good. Alright, let's record one right here so we have a little bit of an approach. I'm actually going to come down right on top of it real quick, and then go straight up, record another one. Now we'll go back down and connect on. Turn our dampeners off, we'll get way down in there, and we'll hit the button again. Okay, so I think that's good for the go to peanut. Yeah, we've got multiple waypoints on here. This one we want to do the dock to peanut, right? Has a delay of 2 seconds, so that's where we want to start it. Action, there we go, set up an action. We want to start our dock to peanut. Just so it has 2 seconds to kind of settle down and wiggle. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Do we like put in a speed maybe? Like once it gets to waypoint 1, could we do set up an action of changing its speed or anything? Set speed limit, there we go. We could set the speed limit. I want to see if this works. We'll do a set speed limit there, and then when it gets to, and then for waypoint 3, before it gets to the silos, let's go ahead and change its speed again. I want to see how this works. Let's do a speed limit of like 20. Alright, well now that we're here, we need to set this guy up to get a little bit more iron than what we're getting. Alright, this is clearly a stupid system, but it works. We'll just slowly get the sidewalls out. I need a better setup. Like, once we get more of it cleared out, I can actually put some good equipment in here. But, man, there is a ton of iron. It's taken a long time to grind through all this stuff. Alright, so that should be filling our ship here. No, it's not, because we didn't connect. I want to go in here, and let's do the dock to Peanut. Let's go ahead and start that guy. We should see it lock. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's filling up. The connector is trying to suck as much as possible. The sorters are doing their job and filling up our cargo here. And then we should see the full go empty. There we go. That should trigger. There we go. It says returning to silo. That's good. Okay, so it undocked. That's good. It's not going anywhere because we deleted the path, so it's not trying to go anywhere. Oh yeah, we're nice and heavy now. Let's see. We want 8 this time. We're going to record. And we're going to head back to base. Alright, again, let's put a waypoint out here so we can get our approach coming into the silo. I think that will be good. Okay, we're in proximity again. Let's go up. Oh, oh, nice. That smacked us to death. Okay, well, didn't expect that. I just wanted to cling on there so we could, might turn the mag. No, I want the mag on there. That's the deal. Let's see, remote. Let's get a location just above the silo here. 8 again. There we go. Alright, let's get down into here. Let's see if we can not smack ourselves to death again. I want to turn these back on. Oh yeah, it just so funny. Okay. It likes to kill us. That's funny. It's not surprising, I guess. I do really need a medical center over here. I keep spawning in the basement. Okay. That's funny to me. Excuse me, sir, I need to work here. Actually don't want to lock it. What I want to do, let's stand far away this time. We'll do it from here. Let's go find our dock to Peanut, and let's go ahead and start that. Okay, there we go. Now it should get empty, and we should see a message pop up. Okay, so our tardigrade is not emptying. Okay, so our dock to silo should have been triggered. Or did I start the wrong one? Alright, dock to silo, that's good. Okay, now it says heading to the Peanut. Is it actually going to do it? No, why are you not going? Why are you not moving? Go to Peanut, status disabled. Play it. There we go. Okay. Sure, I'd like to ride along you. Please? Please? Okay, well here's a problem. It's just doing a strafe. I thought it was supposed to, like, actually have a head to this thing. What happened there? AI behavior precision mode? No. Line to P gravity, that's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna play it again. It's trying to go to position 1 now. Now it's at least heading, like, with its face in the right direction. Yeah, why is it not wanting to, like, spin around and move? It's just gonna go in this funky path. Yeah, I really don't know why its butt is flying this direction and not spinning around like it's supposed to. Anyone has any ideas of why that's a thing? Okay, we made it to position 2. It spins around. Okay. Maybe it is that set velocity thing that's screwing it up. I don't know. Okay, we're on number 3. Sheesh. A little harsh there, man. Alright, locked on. That's good. And now it should fill. Let's go check its inventory. Okay, it filled up really fast, actually. Okay, returning to silo. That's good. Can I turn both of them on? Actually, let's go, This one is go to silo. Turn on HUD, show the pathing. Yeah, I don't get why this is doing this. What's the point of this? Alright, I really don't know why this pathing is so terrible. This is slow and it's following the pathing, I get that, but it's doing it very weird. And I don't have anything for, like, our AI flight recorder. It's just using waypoints. It doesn't have any reference beacons, so that's all fine. It's all just hard GPS. I mean, technically it's going, but how does our batteries doing? Alright, we're at 73% battery already. Can you go? Ugh, the drones, the AI, it's so fun, but so terrible most of the time. Like, you think you have it down, and it's working great, and then it doesn't work at all. I bet you once it gets to point 2 here, it's going to straighten itself out and go the way that it's supposed to. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's facing the right direction. Like, is it trying to align itself to where the new position is? Is it because, like, this is the way that it's supposed to be facing when it gets to 2, but not at 2? So is that part of it? That I need to, like, face... Waypoint 2 needs to be facing that direction, and then I record it, and then I go to point 3 facing that direction? That might be it. We'll try it. Let's just get rid of all this stuff. Let me go get some energy while that guy's deciding if it wants to go home or not. There we go. We'll come out here. We'll still face that direction. Then we'll spin it around. We're still slow for some reason. What is this pathing doing? This is so sporadic. Just fly there, man. Alright, now we're moving with some speed. I don't know what its deal is. It's really weird. Okay, it makes it to point 3 facing forward, and then it should spin, right? It does. Good. Okay, it empties really quick. I forgot about that. That's why the battery kept dying. I should probably put the battery charge over on the peanut. So that's probably something we should do, is I don't think it's charging when it gets there. Okay, well, in theory it'll make it there someday, but it's just going to waste all of our power to get there, apparently. Let's see, where's our batteries? We're already at 58% and we've made 1 trip. Okay, well, technically it's working. It's not working great. If anyone has any ideas of why this pathing wants to be so finicky like this, please let me know. Here in our settings, we've got AI behaviors on, collision is off, precision is off, the speed limit's pretty high, the minimum altitude should not be a problem at all. I've even increased the pitch angles and stuff here. That's all good. See, and now that we're here, it's actually flying faster than 10 meters per second. It's got up to, yeah, 25. It's just that, like, long distance. I don't understand why. Really curious to see how Space Engineers 2 works. They had that, like, auto dock connector thing that they showed off that one time. That'll be really interesting to see what that means for AI and drones and stuff, so we can just tell it to come in and dock. Okay, so now how much iron do we have in the base? Well, we got a lot in our silo, but is our refinery not on? Well, it looks like our refineries aren't on. Let's go into our control room here. Alright, yep, our refineries are off. Let's go ahead and turn those on. I forgot we were playing around with our lighting, where they wanted to go black or red. Hopefully that'll build up our stocks, because we've got the yield modules on here, so we should be getting more ingots than we have ore. So we should be fine. Out of that 250, we should get, like, double or something. Alright, well that was an annoying little excursion. Let's go ahead and head back into the Lobster and get some of this apartment welded up. Alright, so this is kind of working, but kind of not. I don't think it's going to make a good montage. I'm kind of stuck halfway into a projector. I don't think we can really see what we're doing. I keep running out of material. Large steel tubes and interior plate seems to be my bane. And we're already like half dead on our batteries here. So I think I'm probably just going to keep doing this off camera. I might even hand weld some of it up and just grab from the conveyors. It seems to be easier that way, especially with these elite tools. So yeah, you know, I'll probably just do this off camera, and then we'll come back when it's all done. All right, work smarter, not harder. I've got this welding, I don't know, armature thing set up, so we can pull this guy back as we go, and then weld upward. We'll get, you know, a chunk of it before we get to there, and then I'm gonna die. Oh no.
Fuel critical.
Oh no. Do I have the components to get back up? There we go. Do I not have a tank on me? No, I do. They're just totally empty. Alright, let me sit in this thing first. Oh, there's a full one. Let's take that one. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn those guys on, and hopefully these blocks here, like, prevent the wrong blocks from getting, you know, like, put in while we go up, so we can, you know, not block ourselves from pulling up through. So hopefully that is good. I guess I'll just manually kind of, like, throttle this thing. Yeah, I think that's close enough, but we don't have the materials, which means I'm not plumbed up like I thought I was. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely not. This guy goes nowhere except for, I think here. So that guy needs to be plumbed over from there down to there, I guess. Okay, please stand by. This is not working out the way I wanted it to. I'm doing terrible on my automation here. But it's getting there. It's trying. I'm wondering maybe if I'll just go and then I'll pull all the way up and then we'll pull back. I don't know. I'm clearly not doing a great job here. Yep, didn't get any of this down here. Let's go ahead and turn them back on and we'll just slowly go up and we won't worry about trying to go sideways. That might work. We might be able to get that stuff welded up. Yeah, assuming we don't run out of material, we should be good. Yeah, gravity components, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, well, I guess I should have just added a welder right here, but it's going to get worse as we go up, so that's fine. Alright, well, now my pistons are fully retracted, and that as far as I got on the range, so I guess I'll have to redo this, and we'll keep going. But, it seems to be working, and it's saving me a lot of time, other than it's taking me forever to set this up. Well, that's a close unknown signal. And of course it lays on its side. Where is the button on this one? There you are. Let's go ahead and grab it. Let's get the middle ones there. Alright, we should be putting these guys into the shredder, so let's go head over there. Yeah, there we go. Sensors are working. Let's go a little bit low, just so we're not breaking anything on accident. There we go. Nice. Love it. Alright, since we're here, I want to print off another Leo drone, so let's go ahead and see that this guy still works. It's been a long time. Let's go downstairs and watch it, because it's way more fun down there. We definitely got a lot of things on our grid now, because it is a little bit jittery these days. Alright, well, looks like there's a lot of stuff to clean up still on him following us. I don't know why his AI block was off. The follow one was on, but the, like, general flight move, I think, was off, which is strange. But we got him now. Hopefully he has ammo in him. I didn't even check that. Okay, he's got ammo. That's good. I want to head over here to the shipping platform and go check it out. It's one of our neighbors that we have pissed off, but we need some more material, so let's piss them off even more. Okay, there's the shipping platform. I just see a interior turret so far. That's not bad. Okay, well, they're sending drones after us immediately. That's fun. Hey, Leo's doing his job. That's good. Is he already crashing? It's not shooting at us anymore. Let's go ahead and take out this shipping platform before we get into trouble. There we go. There's the antenna out. And there's the turret out. What are you still firing at? Are you firing at that guy? He's dead. Dude, come on. Alright, Leo, calm down. We're just gonna send you home. Alright, Leo, go kill yourself. You served your purpose. Thank you for your service, sir. Go back home. Alright, well, hopefully we didn't destroy too much in here. I'm a terrible shot today. Alright, well, just some generic weapons. That's boring. Power kit. I guess we'll take that. I don't remember blowing that side of the building off, but okay. What do we got in the cargo container? Ooh, we got some Prototech scrap. I'll take that. Cobalt and magnesium. That's really nice. Ooh, reactor components, gold, and some Prototech panels. Okay, well, that's some good stuff. Well, I think that takes care of this base pretty much. I guess I'll just scrap and stuff now. Yeah, that's pretty much down to nothing. There's a sensor there. We'll take that. The detector component. Alright, well, my inventory's full, and so is the ship. So we'll just let this guy time out and disappear. And we'll just take our good loot home. I'm gonna burn some of it off, but let's just take this big chunk and go drop it in the shredder. I wonder if Leo actually made it to the base here and shredded himself like he was supposed to. He drove off, so at least we got that going for us. There we go, scrap for the scrap bin. Alright, as I was flying over, I realized we haven't finished this tower over here with our turret, so we need to get another ball turret like we have over there, here. So, we need to get it conveyored, so I think we need to take right from here and put it in a T. Ooh, that was a little that was a little laggy. Definitely screwing up our inventory across the complex here. Alright, I'm sitting here debating how to do the airlock up here, and I think I might have a plan. I don't know. So I think my intention was we were just going to have that ladder go up to that floor, and we weren't going to have it come up here to the roof, but I think we can do it. Alright, so this is going to be taken by a conveyor. We'll put a vent down here. That will go up to a rotor. So this will all be blocked around. That will be fine. Yeah, I don't think I want the door there. I think I want it right here.
Inventory full.
I think I've got an idea that may or may not work, and I shouldn't have taken off that block. We go through the door here. We have a vent right there. That's our airlock to get out here. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. Because it would let air go all the way from there to there. So that airlock serves no purpose. That's unfortunate, because I think that's the block that's holding stuff on. That is not going to be airtight. But I'm willing to test it. Let's go ahead and put it in there. I just want to see. It does hold on the window, so we got that going for us. Okay, that's crazy. It actually seals. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Technically, that's sealed. I don't know if I like it, though. But, cool. I don't know if I like that tower in general. It seems a little off. Alright, here we go. Here is the plan. We're going to put up this bay window thing. I think these windows will match a lot better with the rest of the facility. Alright, I do like those other windows, but I think this will look a lot better for the aesthetic that we've established on this base. Alright, off screen I put some railings up here to get over to this tower, and I've been trying to figure out how to get stairs up to it, but it just doesn't look good. So I think I figured out what I want to do. We'll have the airlock on this side, and then we'll just have ladder access probably here. I guess I could have it in the middle and go straight up. Alright, so I'm thinking we'll put a couple ladders here, and that'll be what gets us onto the roof. I did exchange that one out for a normal conveyor instead of a sorter. There we go. Something like that. I think we can still put a railing up and get out. I'm hoping. We'll find out. Let's see, the rotor goes there, so we just need a block underneath it, which is totally fine, and I didn't mean to fall off. Let's do this one here, and then let's do the other tiny one, yeah, here. I guess we'll put it there, because I don't know what we're going to put on this wall. Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's not a vented airlock, but that'll work. I think I'm just going to keep that window, even though it goes into a wall. Let's see, this can be our vent. I'm glad we got those superconductors off the base that we just raided. Oh, cool. Now we got like a little observation tower thing, I guess, but really more for the recharge. And the cargo that's close. That was not intentional. I think I might do that. I'm going to put another refill station on the outside, so then we have somewhere we can access while we're out here. Alright, there we go. There's the railing. Now the question is can I get up here? Kinda. I mean, technically it lets me up. It's a little awkward kind of glitching into the railing there. Alright, I think I've got the layout that I had before. Let's see, I just need another block underneath there. Not that that one's necessary. There it is. I was gonna say, I put a Gatling on here somewhere. Yeah, so it either needs to be turned that way or the other way. Probably shouldn't look right at the barrel as I'm welding them up. Alright, now we just need to cover it in armor. Well, I guess I didn't leave a spot for the turret controller, so I should have thought about that. Now here's another thing that needs some search tools, because man alive do I have a lot of hinges and rotors on my base, and it doesn't seem to care if I have them hidden or not. So this is fun to go through. Huh. Enable idle movement turns itself off. What's the deal with that? It's on. I go out here, it's not moving. Let's go back in, and it's off again. Interesting. It's working, so that's fine. We can control it. Okay, good. We got a little bit more protection on this side of the complex. It's not much, but it was just flying by that thing was driving me crazy that it was unfinished. Let's head back to the apartment complex. Alright, I really want to finish up what we have, but I was thinking about it. I could create another column here of apartments and just make it like maybe 3 high or 4 high or something that it comes out to there. And then it has a little mini roof like right here that we could put ball turrets or some other type of defensive turrets on the corners. Or we can put them up here on the very top. I'm not really sure, because we'll probably get rid of those wind turbines at some point. Alright, well it has been a ton of work, but I got the other side of the building done. So I've got all the hallways done here. I kept the common spaces in some of them. So like this one that's just got like the waiting room and stuff is all done. Still need to do the elevator small grid stuff here for like all the buttons and indicators there. I don't have the elevators in either, so I'm gonna get those pistons and the elevator cars. And then levels like this was the hamburger shop. This needs to be a different something. Maybe that'll be the coffee shop, or that'll go up further. This is a common space. We kept that one. This was the sushi place. I gutted it. All right, and the last one, this one on the other side is Eggers Build and Deliver, so we'll have to come up with something here for this other side. I did get the waiting areas done on these sides here. I still need to do, again, the small grid stuff here to get that little rotor thing on there. The train loading room is all done and pressurized, so I can close all the doors up. We can head down this direction and around. And then we've got our walkways underneath on both sides now that we can come up. This is the original side that we had. So the build and deliver lobby is still here on this side, and then it has all the small grid stuff. So, all right, so now the only way out is through the elevators at this moment. So everything is all sealed up except for this top floor. So that's definitely something we're gonna have to work out still. Didn't do anything there, but we've got all of that closed up. So that's really nice. You guys have done such a good job on all the modules. It looks so good. We have some dance floors and discos and medical centers and all sorts of stuff. So I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to put up here on this top part, but that's a good problem to have. All right, well, sorry for the sporadic episode, or as Wellington calls it, a little choppy. I definitely had full intentions to get a lot more done, or at least a lot more shown. I feel like I got a lot done with the apartment half being built, but I don't feel like a lot of it's going to show up on camera. We'll see how the editing goes. All right, and then the drone took forever to set up. I still don't know what's going on with its movements being so weird and slow and aiming in weird directions. And then I was really hoping to get to the factory or unit or something to start manufacturing these modules in the world here. So I don't know if I'm going to use a bay downstairs to do it, or if it's going to be a completely separate building. We will definitely get to that next week. I really want to get your guys' units into the apartment complex here. So that will definitely be the focus of next week's episode. So we have plenty of iron. We can get it all done. I will see you guys next time.